Hi, this is the update for 9 months post-op microdiscectomy of L5S1. I was due to upload this in December. I did do a video, but it wasn't that great, so I didn't redo one. Anyway, I've not uploaded before now because I've been busy, and I'm going to obviously update you with all of that. So in December I was working part-time. I was doing quite a bit of freelance work. I did two weeks and a bit worth of work full-time, and that really did tire me out. I was very tired after I did that. And then come January I decided to apply for another part-time job on top of my freelance work, which I did, and I did that until I'd say about 2 weeks ago. So basically, in a matter of since I went back to work November last year, so November, December, January, February, March, in a matter of 4 months I've gone from working probably about 8 to 10 hours a week to then about 30 to 32 hours per week, and now I'm working full-time 37 hours a week. I will say I've had to do it in stages because I think I've been that nervous about my back, you know, reoccurring and things like that, that I didn't want to push myself. And I think I've done it the correct way, and actually where I've ended up is in a lot better place than where I was obviously last year job wise. So regarding symptoms and stuff, because obviously that's why I'm doing the video, obviously the more I do get a bit of like tingling numbness in my right foot. I do kind of get a little bit of pain in my right leg, thigh, top of my thigh, but it's not anything that I need to take like painkillers for. I'm on naproxen, which is like I think it's an anti-inflammatory medication I take. Sometimes I'll skip a dose, but I not usually take them one in the morning, one at night, but sometimes I'll skip them. So to be honest, I don't think it does that much, but to be honest, I don't have that amount of pain that I need to take them, if you see what I mean. I started training with a personal trainer in November because obviously with my PIP claim that went to court and I won the appeal, so I've been using the money to train with a personal trainer twice per week to rebuild my core muscles and my back, which I've been doing. That has really helped me, definitely. I've gone from obviously last year where I couldn't even carry a 4-pinter of milk due to the pain before the surgery to then after having the surgery and after obviously the 6 weeks post-op, not wanting to bend, not being able to pick anything up off the floor, not being able to get down to the floor. I think it was a lot to do with confidence and not wanting to go back to where I was. So now with having the personal training sessions to rebuild my core, and also now I'm focusing on all of the muscles. I can now lunge, I can squat, I can do planks. Planks is basically when you're on the floor and you kind of lift yourself up with the sole of your foot, near your toes. So you basically balance on with your both toes on either foot, and then your arms where you're kind of like pushing yourself up on your elbows. So your back's kind of like that. So obviously I can do them now. I can now carry weights, obviously in the correct way with a personal trainer, where I hold them like this with both hands. Obviously I can't use my other hand because I bought a selfie stick to make recording and stuff easier, rather than holding it like this, trying to get a good angle. So with me doing that, I can do a lot more. My boys, my children, then they'll say to me to slow down when I'm walking, because now my walking has gone to how I used to walk, maybe faster. It's a bit weird how it's a bit faster, but it's still faster, which is very good because I don't like to hang around anymore. If I'm in a rush, I'll walk faster. Obviously I don't jog, I don't run, because I can't do that because that'll affect my back more. I went back to Taekwondo. I think I've already said this. I went back November last year. Still can't obviously spar. I can like stand there and do punches, but not like proper sparring. I can't do the full kicks as high as I used to. Certain, like if he asked us to do star jumps, I would have to kind of like stand there and I kind of flap my arms up and down. But you know, things have been adapted. So I've gone back to Taekwondo, and obviously, you know, that helps with fitness and stuff. Obviously, you know, not everyone can afford a personal trainer. I only was able to afford one due to, obviously, the PIP money coming through. But it was the best thing that I spent the money on as well. Definitely recommend, you know, personal trainer to rebuild the core. Also, with personal training, I've lost weight. I don't know if you can tell. I've gained more muscle and obviously got rid of a bit of fat. I've decided that I'm going to go back to a club where I used to go to get back down to my realistic target weight. So then at least then I feel better about myself with how I look, because although what I'm eating at the moment, the high fat, high protein, low carb diet is great, it's not really, I want to shed, you know, more weight, so to speak. And obviously build more muscle. So as far as symptoms go, like I said before, having the operation was the best thing that I've done. You know, if something like that was to happen again, I don't mean the domestic violence thing, I mean, you know, if I had an issue with a disc and, you know, I was in that much pain, then I would ask for the microdiscectomy again. I know obviously if some people it's not successful, but for me it was. I was, you know, out of the 90% success rate in the UK. What else? Also, due to obviously events that have happened in my personal life, and majority due to my back, it was a bit far-fetched to begin with, but I did exercise as well. I did this. We actually went to Mexico, Cancun, end of January, beginning of February. Actually landed in the UK on my birthday, which obviously I was really tired on my birthday. That was in February. So you might be able to tell that I'm a bit browner. I think the lights don't really show the colour. I'm still tanned from the holiday. But the flight there was 12 hours, 12 hours. The flight back was about 8 to 9. With both, you know, I got up, I paid for extra leg room seats too. I did squats, did lunges, didn't really care what anybody thought I was doing. I just knew that I needed to make sure that I was exercising my legs for my back. And when I was on holiday sunbathing on the sun lounges, then I would be doing my stretches as well. So the holiday was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I didn't think I'd be able to fly that far. So that was a big accomplishment for, you know, with my back and stuff. Because obviously my surgeon said I'd be able to fly. He probably didn't think I was going all that way, but I've done it. I don't think I'll be going that long haul flight for a while though. I know I say a lot, so I need to think about what I'm going to say. I will say, make sure you do your stretches, your post-op stretches, every day or every other day. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because if I don't do mine, even now, being 9 months post-op, I know I haven't done them because I get, you know, a bit of increased pain. I get more pins and needles. And I think the reason I'm not doing them, even though it's no excuse, I'm working full time. Obviously, when you're working full time, you have to go and pick your kids up. you have to, you know, you've got after school activities for your kids, like we've got football twice a week, we've got taekwondo, then you've got to fit the shopping in at the weekends. It's like you don't really get much of a social life because you're spending most of your time at work or doing things for kids. And then obviously because you've got a back issue, the more you do, the more tired you are, probably more so than a person that hasn't got issues, back issues like that. You kind of get into the cycle where you're too tired, you think, oh, I'm not doing them today, I'll do them tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes, you don't do them. And then, you know that you've not done them because you feel more tight, so to speak. So I definitely recommend doing them because I need to start doing them every day. Even though, you know, sometimes you're like, they're a bit boring, but you know that they work. So in a matter of, let's say from the beginning, start with a back pain, obviously September, I had a little bit before then, but you know, if you watch my previous videos, you know why I had the back injury. I'm not going to go through that part, but so that happened in September 2015. December I was misdiagnosed, told it was muscular. End of January, beginning of February, I got to the point where I couldn't walk. I was in crippling pain, it was horrible. I was put on tramadol, then OxyContin. I was depressed, I was miserable, I lost my job, everything came crashing down. It was horrendous, it really was. It was soul destroying, to be honest. Then I finally had the op on the 13th of June, which was the best decision that I made. So I then had that fall, which, you know, to be honest, I know I said they probably don't think it is a reherniation or a tiny bit of disc, but you know, I don't know because I didn't have a scan until after 6 months before 6 months post-op, so I don't be able to tell. But judging by my symptoms, they don't think that I have reherniated. They think it's scar tissue. So from that space of time and going back to work right now, okay, so in a matter of, let's go from like post-op, 9 months post-op, I've returned back to work, I've lost weight, I've got majority of my confidence and self-esteem back, which, you know, as you know, when you're in pain, all of that goes. I'm not on any pain medication, you know, I won't really class naproxen as like a, you know, compared to OxyContin. It is a pain medication, but, you know, it's like it's a soft side of it. The company that I work for now is amazing. My manager fully understands my back condition. She supports me very much so. She's amazing, to be honest. So I went from that company 21 hours a week to now full time. I've started my IQA, and I think that maybe I might be going down the management route as well, which, and since starting from January, is quite a big achievement. And financially, with my salary, I'm in a better position now than I was last year, which, you know, I basically managed to turn every single thing around in a 9-month period from having my surgery, which this time last year, I never thought I'd work again. I never thought I'd be out of the pain. I never thought I'd be able to just, you know, sit down and act near enough how I usually act, like my normality. I mean, I do have to obviously get up, walk around, sit down, sometimes do some squats and stretches and stuff like that. If I've sat down for too long, I know about it. Obviously I'm sore. You know, my back condition, I have to adapt everything around it now, which, yeah, I've got no choice. I have to live with it. So that's what I'm doing. But, you know, where I was last year, I'm in a completely different place, definitely. So I'm 9 months post-op, as I said. I'm hoping that I will have a 12-month post-op appointment at the hospital. I've not been told if I will or not, I don't know. But I'm hoping to update it 12 months post-op. I'm really sorry that I've not updated before now. I've just been so busy with everything. I guess I'm just putting the majority of my effort into, you know, work and my kids. And making sure that my back's okay. If I know something's going to hurt my back, then I won't do it. And that's it really. Sorry for the long video, I know it's going on a bit. I just want to say, you know, thanks for watching, whoever's watched. I'm hoping that these videos, I know some in the beginning have been quite morbid, but I was feeling very morbid. And hopefully, as you see, as time's gone on, things have become more positive and I'm more positive. And I'm hoping what I say helps somebody, because I know what it's like to be in that position, because I was in that position and it was horrible, and I don't intend to be in that situation again. So, you know, if you've got any questions or anything, or, you know, you've got a suggestion that might help for a next video, that's fine. I don't really have much else to say, to be honest. I think I've said everything. I think that's it. So hopefully I'll update around June, and by that time I have look a lot slimmer too. And who knows, I might be a manager as well. Okay, see ya.